फोन है आप पे? फोन सोनवीर सिंह। Hello, is my voice clear? So it doesn't work either. Hello, is my voice clear? Alright, looks like it is. Okay. Now I have to. There's a launch function. That means I have to add. Uh, um, hmm, so, what do we have to do when we launch a particular modifier? So if you want to launch a particular modifiers, then what do you have to do at this time? I think we should have to add the scheduler, or I think we have to fetch that sample test cases. I think. Okay, so we didn't do anything with that. Let's go to file system, copy that over, make a new file, system.lua. That is that. Okay, so we need configuration. So we need a configuration. Okay. Modifiers. So each entry should contain a name and a configuration. Okay. So we need to go to the UI init. Left. So if you want to move left, we have to. Okay. So this H should have the buffer of m.view dot logs dot buffer equals to m.view dot task dot buffer is equals to m.view dot up. That means actions dot buffer is equals to m.view dot right tasks dot buff.
दो हथियार
Oh, welcome, man. I think I should have to modify the move functions. We have to float.puff like that. Got your mic fixed? I see, good stuff. Yeah, thanks. I just remove all of my uh, earbuds and audio audio devices like earphones, and I think it's good now. Okay, we got some error. Invalid key 1. Mm, 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 mm. Oh shoot. I think I am pretty dumb at these regex. Yeah, now you can toggle around the windows. Yeah, and you can't escape from there. Okay, perfect. This is the working I need. Okay, so what if I close this? So it closes the whole UI, which is intended, and I want to FZF Lua key maps. Let's see, assistant. Yeah, nice. That's what I want. Now if I do FZF key maps and do assistant, now you can see that we have some key bindings. And if I close the window, FZF key maps assistant, we don't have any key maps associated with the plugin. That's cool. Okay, let's go. So let's commit that thing. Fix key maps. Key maps associate specific to buffers. Buffers. I think that's gonna be it. So uh, wait a minute, did I add this 2 times? Oh, come on, man. Let's amend that. Okay, that's working fine, I think. If I open it, I close it, okay, everything working fine. And if I want to uh, launch the command, it will ask me the modifier, and I want to apply the modifier of studio mode. Not studio, it's standard IO mode, and it will print hello from studio mode. Ah, come on, standard IO. So what we have to do is we have to use the file system. Basically what we are doing today is we shifting this whole plugin to the modifier, which is the standard IO modifier. I mean this whole code, I mean this, not the whole code, I mean the code is specific to the standard input and output operations, like I mean specific, which is specific to the competitive programming. We shift the whole code to this modifier, which is the standard IO operations, and then we make another modifier when we complete with this shifting, which is assert modifier. Assert modifier is used when we are in the scenario of like jest testing, or anything related to like Lua testing, or any kind of testing which needs some assertions, like assert, assertion for any let me show you something here. So let's say, okay, we have defined a test here for testing the TCP listener. So these kind of tests are falls into the category of assertion testing, where we use asserts, which makes the program runtime failure. And the runtime failures are a little different from the standard in and standard out testing, because here we don't have any input and output things to compare. In standard IO testing, we just give the input, save the output from the executable, and compare the results. But in assertion testing, we just have to focus on the runtime failures. That's it. These are the difference in standard IO modifier and the uh, assertion modifiers. So let's shift the code. So this code is for the file system operations, like initializing the file system. I mean this modifier has to be established to make some operations on file system. Like first we have to create a .ast directory to store all of the fetched samples in JSON format. So this whole class of file system does the same thing that I told. And okay, so this needs some configurations. Now every modifier has its own configuration. So what we're gonna do here is we do like assertion modifiers dot entries, and in the entry we take out stdio mode configurations. I guess this works. Let let me copy that thing, I mean dd, and let's open a new window, launch the test, and what do we got? Do we got anything? We got nothing, I mean an empty array. Well, yes, I think that's correct because I didn't provide anything yet. So let's go to the dot files, assistant.nvim, and let's provide something like something key is equals to else, I think. And let's test it again. Assistant modifier, and what we got? Again we got nothing. That's weird. So let me cancel out that, and let's do this. Hold the entry, let's debug out the whole entry. And what do we got? We got something. We got config, and oh, so let's check. Let's ask the ChatGPT for this. How to is there any built-in function which can find an element from a Lua table? Man, ChatGPT is so slow. Or is this the problem with my machine only? I don't know. What are my CPU usage if I do G-top? Man, the CPU usage are no, these are decent, not that much. Memory 91%. Well, let's just not talk about this. Okay, Lua doesn't have the built-in, so let's remove that and make our own. So we have to find the studio modifiers. So I think we have to change the modifiers configurations, like here. I mean, in the entries shouldn't be like that. When we launch that thing, okay, so when we launch that thing, okay, got it. So we need to add the modifiers dot entries, name equals to config. I think this makes the config initialization more developer friendly, I think. Let me just launch. Wait a minute, now we don't have any modifiers, so let me change these things. So let me return that. Let's return from here and let's dd the modifiers, vim dot keys, table keys, modifiers dot entries. Let's quit out of here and let's do this modifiers. Okay, that's easy. So vim dot table keys, modifiers entries. Okay, perfect. So now if we try to launch the command, it will show us the studio modifier and it will work as expected. And you can see here we have the configuration related to the studio mod, stdio mod. Okay, so now what? We have to use this modifier. So we have to use these modifiers to add some options to the command. Alright, so I think we need some default configurations also. So let's make a config.lua file. So let's local m is equals to this, return that m and m dot defaults, default options, m dot values. So some default options are yeah, this thing. Okay. Okay, so these are the default options. Okay, this is the value. Or you can say options. M dot options like that, and to vim dot deep extend the table with the force attribute, and m dot options, no, m dot defaults, m dot ops. So now we have some options. Perfect. So let's do one thing. Let's take out the config. Not here. Let's just remove that and stdio mod the config. Okay, so let's config.init the options, and the options are from assistant core.config. Not from here. No. Let's remove that. Let's remove those. Local modi. Modifiers. So require assistant modifiers dot entries of studio mod, stdio mod. So I think, is there anyone in the chat? Maybe, I don't know. Okay, so we initialize the configuration of a standard IO mode. So now we didn't need that thing. We have to require it from the studio mod, stdio mod.config. Perfect. Now config.value dd config.values. No, not config.values. It's options dot commands. Let's see. Empty array. That's not expected. Or is it? There is a problem in the configuration because we are deep extending the default configurations, and if we didn't provide anything, okay, that got vanished up. So what we are doing in the core config, let's see. So these are the values for the floating terminal, the floating window. Okay. What we can do here, default options should be overridden by those tables. Did I mess up something? Oh man. M dot options is equals to this. I'm so dumb, I think. Let's retry that. Let's do that, and we didn't have anything. Let's just do options. Okay, now we got the whole configuration. Let's do commands. We need commands. So I'm so dumb. We have to wrap this in the commands. Okay, I think that will work. Yo, now we got the C++ and the Python configuration. Yeah, that's nice. So now we initialize the configuration of a standard IO mode. Now we can use that. So we have to start some things like TCP listener. So let's make a new file. It's TCP listener. I am uh, not transferring any file to its specific directory now, because we can do the refactor things later. At this time I just want to make the things working. We can do the refactor things later. So this is the TCP. Now let's copy the TCP file, TCP listener. So let's copy that, let's paste it. Wait, what? So we have file system. Okay, we don't need that from here. So we need stdio mod dot file system. Okay, that's the init. We have to okay, if m dot is set up, I think that's enough. So let's go to init and we have to initialize the TCP listener. There's the studio mode TCP listener, and TCP listener should be initialized. So TCP listener should be initialized like that. So I think that will work, I think. So no matter how many times we launch this. Okay, if we have some launching mechanism, I think it's just the waste to launch every time. I think I should also include another function for initializations of the various thing of different modifiers. I think this only the launch function, which is recognizable by the parent barebone plugin. You can see here that only the launch function is recognizable by the template. So I think we need to initialize those things also. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So how much time we have? Okay, we passed the 1 hour mark. I think we did a great progress today. What we did today, so we add this launch command, which opens this prompt window to select your modifiers on the assistant plugin, and when you apply that, the launch functions execute, and we can build different modifiers uh, in the same way. Yeah, that's it. That's a great progress. So let's just so thank you for everyone to watching this stream. I really appreciate that. Thank you everyone here. But I think this time it's a good time to end the stream because we made a really good progress on the stream. So thank you everyone for watching the stream. Let's end this.